Welcome to a new episode of Subcast.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into something that's definitely top of mind for a lot of businesses looking to grow, and that's strategically outsourcing your marketing.
Yeah, it's a big one.
We're not just talking about, farming out a few tasks here and there.
No, not at all.
We're really digging into how bringing in outside help, maybe like an outsourced CMO, can be a genuinely smart, really efficient way to hit those marketing goals.
Exactly. Think of this whole deep dive as maybe a shortcut, a way to understand why this approach is often more than just saving money.
Right.
It's about getting access to a certain level of expertise, getting results maybe you didn't expect, without that huge upfront cost of building a whole marketing department yourself.
Okay, so let's start right there then, the money,
Uh-huh.
the financial side. What's the actual bottom line difference we're talking about? Outsourcing versus, say, hiring a full-time CMO plus maybe a small team.
Well, okay, think about this first. A really experienced chief marketing officer. In today's market, that's easily a six-figure salary.
Easily.
And that's before you add in benefits, bonuses, maybe even stock options. It's a major, major commitment.
Huge investment.
Yeah. But what's interesting with outsourcing strategically is you can often get that same level, that high caliber thinking and leadership, and often a whole team behind them to actually do the work for, well, a much more competitive price overall.
So it's less about just getting that one senior person
Yeah.
and more about like accessing a wider pool of talent, but smartly, cost effectively.
Precisely. It's like instead of hiring one-star quarterback, you're getting the whole well-coached offense.
Nice analogy.
But for more manageable cost. And you also, neatly step around all those other costs, health insurance, paid time off.
All the HR stuff.
Exactly. Those little surprise expenses that pop up. It just makes your marketing budget allocation much cleaner and, frankly, way more efficient. You can really maximize your return, your bang for your buck.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense, just purely looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
But, beyond the cost savings, what about the actual marketing power? What kind of expertise does a business really gain that they might miss if they just hired one person internally?
Okay. This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
So you hire one in-house CMO, you're relying totally on their individual skill set, right? However deep that might be.
Right. One person's knowledge base.
But when you partner with an outsourced provider, like an agency or an outsourced CMO setup, you're essentially tapping into a whole team of specialists.
Okay.
Imagine having dedicated strategists who just live and breathe market analysis, creative folks buzzing with ideas, web designers, skilled copywriters, media buyers,
Yeah.
all collaborating on your brand.
So it's like having a specific expert for each job instead of one poor person trying to juggle everything.
Exactly that. You need a big campaign launch. There's a team for that. Need a website redesign focused on UX, specialists for that. Need a complex communication strategy across channels.
Got it. Experts again.
Experts again. Every part of your marketing gets focused attention from people who are, genuinely masters of their specific craft, trying to build that level of diverse expertise in-house. Well, it's tough. And expensive.
So yeah, instead of one general manager, you've got specialists leading in their own areas, but all working together for you.
Oh.
That sounds like it would have to be more efficient, right? Faster.
Oh, absolutely. Think about building a high-performing marketing team from absolute scratch. It can just eat up so much time.
I can imagine.
You've got writing job descriptions, sifting through CVs, interviews, more interviews, onboarding, training.
In months, potentially.
Easily months. And all that time, your marketing might just be idling.
Sold, yeah.
Whereas with an outsourced solution, you're basically plugging into a machine that's already built and running. They're ready to hit the ground running pretty much from day one. So you can focus straight away on the strategy, on the goals, and actually start seeing results much, much faster.
Right.
An experienced outsourced CMO with their team ready to go, they bring that speed, that precision, that efficiency almost immediately.
It really does sound like a way to just jumpstart your marketing impact without getting bogged down in all that internal team building admin. Okay, but what about the ideas, the thinking? Isn't there a risk that an outside team won't really get your company, your unique vision?
That's a fair question, absolutely. And look, any good partner, any decent outsourced provider is going to spend serious time up front really digging in, understanding your business, your culture, your aims.
Right, they have to.
They have to. But here's an advantage that often gets missed. The fresh perspective they bring.
Okay.
Internal teams, while they know the company inside out, can sometimes well, they can develop a bit of an echo chamber.
Yeah, groupthink. You get too close to it sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. You can miss the forest for the trees. Outsourced teams, just by their nature, work with loads of different clients, different industries, different markets.
True.
That constant exposure, it gives them this huge pool of insights, different ways of tackling problems, innovative ideas that maybe an internal team just wouldn't stumble upon.
So they see what works elsewhere.
Yes. And often, agencies like us, we're constantly trying out new tools, new tactics, experimenting with the latest trends across all our clients.
Right.
So you, as the client, you benefit from all that cutting-edge knowledge, those tested strategies, without having to do all the risky, sometimes expensive trial and error yourself.
Okay. So it's like getting this injection of diverse experience and like really current know-how. That could be super valuable for staying competitive.
Precisely. And that leads kind of naturally into the next point, which is crucial as businesses grow. Scalability and flexibility.
Yeah, big challenges when you grow fast.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Expanding an in-house team when you're scaling up, it can be a real headache. More hiring, more desks, more management.
More complexity, more cost. It can snowball.
It really can. What's so powerful about outsourcing here is that scalability is almost built in.
How so?
Well, say you need to suddenly ramp up marketing for a massive product launch, or you're expanding into a totally new country.
Yeah.
With an outsourced partner, you can typically scale those resources up pretty quickly, and then maybe things quieten down, you can scale back down again, all without the drama of hiring, firing, or restructuring internally.
Okay, so it's much more adaptable.
Massively adaptable. An outsourced CMO gives you that vital flexibility to match your marketing muscle to your actual business needs, moment by moment, without needing to, build a whole new wing on your office every time you grow.
Right, without the long-term commitments and headaches. Okay, that really paints a clear picture then. It's not just about saving money initially. It's access to that broad expertise. It's the speed and efficiency, those fresh ideas, and then this ability to flex and scale as you need to.
Exactly. It's fundamentally a strategic choice. Leveraging external specialists to hit your goals effectively, efficiently, freeing you up to focus on running the core business.
So for any business listening that's serious about leveling up their marketing, but maybe hesitant about the cost and hassle of building a big internal team, outsourcing, or maybe looking into an outsourced CMO model, it really sounds like a compelling, very modern option.
I think so.
You get the strategy, the creative muscle, the execution power, all pointed towards driving real, tangible growth.
Couldn't put it better myself. It's about smart growth, really.
Yeah.
Accessing the right skills at the right time to push your business forward.
Well, if you are ready to explore how this kind of approach could work for your business, and you want to tap into that level of marketing expertise, well, you know where to find us. Subsign has your back. And if you need help crafting the perfect strategy for your brand, definitely leave us a message.